Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. If you work in the architecture, engineering, and construction industry, or frankly, any knowledge-driven field right now, you've definitely felt things shifting, right? We are absolutely entering a brand new era. Artificial intelligence is stepping into our daily workflows, knocking out tasks that used to take us hours, if not days. And naturally, with that massive shift comes a lot of anxiety. People are worried about job displacement. But today, we're going to cut right through all that noise and figure out exactly where your real value is going to come from moving forward.
Okay, let's just tackle the burning question right out of the gate. As AI gets better and better at handling the heavy lifting across the BIM ecosystem, we're talking complex model checking, clash detection, quantity takeoffs, schedule optimization, and even code compliance, it is so easy to sit back and wonder, well, what's actually left for me to do? If the software is doing the technical work way faster and honestly, with way more consistency, what exactly is your role? Well, here is a reality check that totally flips the script on its head. AI is not going to replace BIM professionals. It's not going to replace industry leaders. Instead, it's acting like a giant mirror. It is exposing and really elevating the human skills that actually matter most. AI isn't a threat to your career, it's a catalyst, and it is going to completely redefine what makes you truly valuable to a project. All right, let's dive into Section 1, the new AI era, focusing on automation and execution. Before we can really lean into our human advantage, we have to acknowledge what artificial intelligence is absolutely crushing right now. Whether we're talking about gathering massive amounts of data, running thousands of complex design simulations, writing code, or just automating repetitive robotic tasks, AI is built for this. It thrives on scale, speed, and absolute consistency. It can crunch millions of variables in a fraction of a second. And as this tech matures, these incredible capabilities are just going to become standard, everyday tools for all of us. So let's move on to Section 2, the diamond process cycle, and look at exactly where value is created. If execution is basically becoming a commodity, we need a new way to map out how we work. Think of it like a continuous cycle that's split right down the middle. You've got the machine's work anchored firmly on one side and uniquely human work anchored on the other. It's this continuous loop where human wisdom actually guides the process, and the AI simply amplifies our impact. And the contrast here is just night and day. On the AI side, it's all about executing and scaling, tasking, planning, developing, implementing, assisting. But on the human side, that's where you find things that require genuine judgment, assessing, reflecting, learning, and character. I mean, machines don't have character, right? They can't reflect on context, and they absolutely cannot exercise wisdom based on lived experience. Which brings us right to Section 3, the true human advantage, and this major shift from tasks to relationships. Let's be totally honest for a second. Think about any major construction or engineering project that has completely gone off the rails. Did it fail because the software wasn't smart enough? Or because a calculation was a fraction off? No way. Projects fail because trust breaks down. People make assumptions they never challenge, there's a huge lack of reflection, and fundamentally, people just misunderstand each other. It's the relationships that break down. And that is exactly why our entire focus has to shift. Sure, an AI can draft a perfect email or organize a massive project file, but only human beings can actually build trust. That makes relational intelligence the real currency for tomorrow's leaders. It's all about how you navigate complex dynamics with clients, designers, contractors, and communities. You are going to spend way less time managing your software and a whole lot more time leading people. But of course, there's a hurdle. Let's look at Section 4, the global literacy crisis, and an unexpected friction point. Because getting to this ideal state of human-led, AI-assisted work, it is definitely not guaranteed. Check out this jarring statistic from the World Bank. Right now, around 80% of children in many low and middle-income countries cannot read for meaning by age 10. That is not just some distant passing metric. That is a harsh reality that puts our entire future at risk. This global literacy crisis creates a massive compounding problem for our society. See, reading isn't just about sounding out words on a page. Comprehension is the absolute bedrock of critical thinking. If we lack the ability to comprehend, we can't assess or reflect. And without that discernment, AI stops being a tool that empowers us. Instead, it becomes this dangerous crutch, leaving us vulnerable to dependency and manipulation by algorithms and the people who control them. It really echoes this powerful thought. Technology is not the problem. Human maturity is. As AI gets relentlessly better at executing tasks, our biggest challenge isn't really about the tech anymore. It's entirely human. We urgently need to shift our focus from just upgrading our software to upgrading our human capability and maturity, so we can actually handle the tools we're building. So how do we fix this? Let's jump into Section 5, Empowering the Future Workforce and Raising Social Maturity. To make sure humans stay firmly in the driver's seat, we have to intentionally build up 5 key literacies. We need critical literacy to question deeply and find meaning, emotional literacy to navigate our relationships, ethical literacy to ensure we're building things that are just and sustainable long-term, digital literacy to actually use AI safely and consciously, and civic literacy so we can shape our shared future together. You can't just download these like a software update. They require continuous, deliberate practice. Because ultimately, this redefines what it means to be empowered in the digital age. Just having access to the latest BIM software or AI assistant doesn't make you empowered. True empowerment is possessing the cognitive, emotional, and ethical capacity to actually shape that technology toward outcomes that benefit people and communities. Think about how much this changes education. For decades, the whole point of professional development was just churning out workers to perform technical tasks. But tomorrow, the machines are doing those tasks. So technical training alone isn't going to cut it anymore. The future of education has to be entirely about developing mature human beings who have the character, the integrity, and the judgment to use AI wisely. So, to pull all of this together, the future of work, especially in BIM and the AEC industry, is absolutely not about humans trying to compete with machines. It's a powerful complementary partnership. The most valuable professionals out there are going to be the ones who can combine the raw analytical execution of AI with deep, uniquely human wisdom and ethics. I want to leave you with one final provocative thought to chew on. As algorithms get better and better at execution, optimization, and scale, take a look inward. What uniquely human capability, whether it's your relational intelligence, your ethical judgment, or your deep critical thinking, is going to become the most valuable thing you bring to your future? Think about that for a bit and let it guide your own professional development journey. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning.